To Sudan now, the crisis in the northeastern nation is evolving by the day. The military is seeking to expand their troops, so they have recruited civilians. Airstrikes are going on, killing hundreds everywhere they drop. Most Sudanese are desperate to escape as a de facto military chief makes a tour of at least 6 countries, including South Sudan, to support. Here's a report.
Wad Hamid Base, Sudan. Trapped in their country and nothing to do, thousands of young people thronged here for a recruitment drive. The massive rush began after Sudan's army chief, Abdel Fattah Burhan, said the army is ready to receive and equip voluntary fighters. The possible recruitment of civilians, which could worsen already deadly cycle of violence. In the middle of all the brawls is this man, Al-Burhan, the military chief who has refused to give in or give up. He visited army bases in Port Sudan ahead of planned talks with neighboring countries. He then went to Egypt, met President El-Sisi before boarding a plane and headed to Qatar, where he met Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. This was Burhan's 3rd trip abroad since August 29th and came a day after he issued a constitutional decree ordering the dissolution of the Rapid Support Forces.
This group, RSF, are not like our people in Sudan. We have nothing to say to them, and now is not the time for talks. We are dedicating all our time to this war. We are dedicating it to ending this rebellion. We are focused on ending this period and coming out of it stronger, steadfast, and with our heads held high.
The de facto leader continued with his whirlwind tour in Entebbe, where he met with Uganda's president, Yoweri Museveni. Even as the war persists, Sudan's main civilian political grouping warned that the country could be split and enter a protracted civil war if rival military factions that have been fighting for 5 months form competing governments. Since the outbreak of war between the RSF and Sudan's army on April 15th, the RSF has controlled swathes of the capital Khartoum, as well as areas of southwest and central Sudan. Another faction that has clashed recently with the army, Abdelaziz Al-Hilu's SPLM-N, controls large parts of South Kordofan state. The army remains in control in other parts of the country, including the eastern Red Sea city of Port Sudan, to which some government officials and international agencies have relocated.
يعني أن نتجه نحو سيناريوهات حدثت في دول أخرى بوجود طرفين يسيطرون على مناطق مختلفة في بلد واحد.
Apart from the war, Sudan is facing another crisis. Flash floods caused by heavy rains in Sudan's River Nile have destroyed thousands of homes. At least 10 people have died this month because of the flooding. But the ongoing fighting between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces is hampering the response.
We need houses to shelter ourselves. The situation is bad. Even before the heavy rainfall, it was bad enough. We want the government to help people here. People have no income to buy construction material.
All this crisis is forcing thousands away from what they called home. Sudanese queued at a cramped office to apply for passports in the eastern city of Port Sudan. Since authorities inaugurated a new passport office in Port Sudan in late August, hundreds have lined up here. Everyone here is desperate to obtain paperwork that will allow them to leave Sudan's deadly war behind.
I come every day early in the morning and stay till 9 p.m. with no progress. We just come and wait. We try to ask anyone, but no one gives us any instructions. This shows how unorganized the work is. With all honesty, it's unorganized. There is a problem.
About 1 million people have crossed Sudan's borders since April, fleeing the devastating war between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. According to the UN, more than half the country is in urgent need of humanitarian aid, and 6 million people are on the brink of famine. With the rival generals battling for control of the resource-rich North African nation, it's the common people who continue to suffer. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.